welcome back. So today we're going to do Utkatasana. This is 5.2 and this is the second of the shorter, hopefully shorter clips that are going to teach us the various positions we're going to use in the sun salutation. And this is the first time we're going to use a prop. And you won't see many of these in India, or certainly not in traditional areas of India, and not much in Rishikesh, because people in India traditionally will squat. A typical eating position will be like this, which is a bit like a malasana. I'm going to do a video on this later on. Also going to do a video on squatting like this. Now this is incredibly much harder than it looks. Believe me, don't try it, okay, unless you've got something to fall back on. But anyway, Utkatasana, chair pose. It's a great one for strengthening the front thighs, and it's part of the reason why we did so much work on our gastrocnemius. This needs to be quite stretched to do this pose. So, let's start. The reason we use a chair to start this position is to give you the very strong idea of where your legs and your body needs to be. And most people, when they do Utkatasana, they're here or they're here or they're here. A lot of people are way up high and they think they're squatting, but they're not. The way that you test, you get on a chair, a regular chair, and you slide yourself forward so that your tuberosity, your ischium tuberosity, your sit bones is right on the very edge. Then you need to bring your ankles right below your knees, everything facing forward. This is more or less a 90-degree angle. I'm short in the legs, so I'm a little bit more than this. Doesn't matter. Basically, we're going to squeeze our thighs together. Squeeze our thighs and the knees very strongly together. Then what we're going to do is lean forward till we get the balance, and we're just going to lift. Now, we don't lift right off. We lift so that the skin is still sitting on the chair, but we're supporting our weight. And it's a lot harder than it looks. Try it. Now, this is a proper Utkatasana. Okay? So we're more or less 90 degrees. And I'll do it a bit lower when I get rid of the chair, and our body is coming forward. Now, a couple of things to know. Your knees should be above your ankles for a start. This should be 90 degrees. Knees should be squished together. And your upper body, your back is meant to be straight. It's like Urdhva Hasta. Ideally, you're going to be your body and arms in a line, and your upper body stretched just like we did in Tadasana. Okay? What else? The other thing to remember is, as we did on the Tadasana, we're scooping this forward. So I'll show you in the proper pose. So the way we come into the position is you do start in Tadasana. And basically, once you've got that position correct and you've raised your shoulder, your ribcage up and down, is you just drop down, straight down. The rest of your body stays the same position. Now, you will start to lose balance when you start coming towards the 90 degrees. Now, this is where you need to raise your arms up and counterbalance. Because if you are too upright, you're going to fall backwards. Okay? Conversely, if you go too far forward, you're not really getting the position. You need to remember to tuck that tailbone in, squeeze those thighs, drop down, extend the upper body, point through the pinky finger and rotate the palms up towards the ceiling, and that is your Utkatasana. Can't say Sanskrit when I'm scrunching. Anyway, as ever, play with the position. Try dropping and raising. When you're tired, come out, but then drop back in again, and just see how long you can stay there. Time it by all means. And try it a couple of seconds each time you perform. So that's it. You have the basics. Play with it. Try to keep your butt as low as possible. Try to keep your knees above your ankles. None of it's easy. You can see I'm far from perfect in this position here. It's not an easy pose, and like any of them, I guess it's not really designed to be. But bear in mind the basics. And just practice, play with it. Try to keep yourself nice and low, try and keep your back straight, your arms up nice and high, your butt down and your knees in the right position. Again, never easy, but then what in life worth having is particularly easy. So that's it. That really was nice and short and simple, but there's a couple of pointers that we need to go over so that when we do the chair is part of our sun salutation, you're at least doing it correctly. It's one of those where you're going to feel like your thighs are on fire, your front quadricep muscles are on fire. The only way you can get through this is keep doing it. It's like anything. Positions for warrior, I always had a lot of trouble, my arms would drop. What I did one day was I said, okay, I'm going to hold it for a minute. And there's this point in time where it becomes almost unbearable. But when you go through that, I can now do like 3.5, 4 minutes. And it's the same with the Utkatasana. There is a great deal of pain that will go through. If you stick with it and just build it up each day, and then one day you'll say, you know what, I'm going to beat this position. This is part of overcoming your own weaknesses, which is a huge part of yoga as well. It's a journey within, it's knowing yourself, coming to terms with yourself and improving yourself. So stick with it and practice this a few times. Like I said, we're rolling towards our sun salutation. Carry on.